Okay, here I got a 2001 Acura 3.2 TL, and as you see here, D5 light is flashing. They just recently installed this unit. I think it came from the salvage yard. It's from another automotive shop, and it's stuck in failsafe mode. It's taken off in high gear. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna scan it. And see what we can find. That D5 light flashing like that, that's it's a hard code. Okay, so we're gonna do an auto scan, and it's gonna take some time. And what this is going to, it says shift to park or neutral. It's in park. It's going to scan all the modules one by one. It's going to take some little bit of time, so I'm going to go ahead and just pause this thing. Okay, now that it finished scanning the modules, on the engine control module I have 2 faults. Automatic transmission I have 2 faults. Security restraint system I got 2 faults. On the ABS traction control and vehicle stability control I have 1 fault. So we're going to start by the engine control module, and well, let's start with the transmission control module. That's where we are worried about right now. So I'm going to press OK. It's loading data. We're going to go ahead and read the codes. Automatic transmission range switch gear position short. So we have a short on the manual lever position sensor. And did you notice when we were about to scan it, he wanted the vehicle to be in park or neutral, and we do have a code for that. And clutch pressure control linear solenoid valve A failure. So we have 2 different codes. We have a linear solenoid failure, and we do have a range sensor short to voltage or short to ground. Now let's escape here. Let's go to the it's reading the code again. It's not erasing it. When this is finished, we go to the engine control module. Go to the engine control module. Takes a little bit to communicate. Here we go. Let's read some codes. This P0700 is just telling you to get out of the engine controller and to go to the transmission control module. So we have 1 transmission code and 1 engine code. We're going to go ahead and escape here. Let's go to the traction control and see what else we got there. Traction control. Could be an ABS wheel speed sensor. Or anything of that sort. Okay, it'll quit communication after above 30 miles an hour. We are stationary in park. So if you take this for a ride, you're gonna see right front wheel speed sensor failure. Right front wheel speed sensor. So we'll check that. We're gonna check first the solenoid and pressure switch code, and we'll continue from there. Okay, so I was checking my clutch pressure controls A and B right there, and this is what came out. This is broke. It's very corroded, and I was about to unplug the connector and it just broke off. So here we have our linear clutch pressure controls A and B, and as you can see, I mean, that thing's just no good at all. And what I did here to confirm that, I have some new ones. I plugged them on the plug, rescanned for codes, and none came back. Well, some two came up. And down here you have two, you can't see it because of the starter, but you have two shift solenoids in there. Let's see if I can shine the light in there. There's two shift solenoids underneath the starter, one with a black connector, one with a brown connector. And then you have the torque converter clutch linear solenoid down here underneath the starter. You can't see it, but it's a black connector as well. The two black connectors were interconnected. The one for the shift solenoid was on the lockup linear, and the one on the from the lockup linear was on the shift solenoid. So it was an installation issue. And as you see here, this is also an installer issue. This connector was very brittle, and when they connected the connector, it just cracked, and it was just sitting there. And right now, when I did it, tried to unplug it to plug the other one, the new ones that I got, to run the test, and this is what happened. So there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and put the other linears on and go for a test drive. Okay, so now that I got my test solenoids installed, we have here pass no fault. We're gonna press OK. It's initializing communication. We're gonna go to live data. We're gonna select all, press OK. Now we're going to look at the, I was checking the manual lever position sensor, and it worked out all right. The sensor is good. There's no issues with it. I went through the gears, and everything came out all right. So the manual lever position sensor checked out good. It was a false code, but we go further down. We got the shift, all four shift solenoids. One of them was backward with the lockup solenoid. We go back down, and here we have our linears commands. And if you recall earlier, this was at 0 and 0. That being because the connector was broke. And now we have command on both, and we are in park, and we are going to a test drive. Now we can go for the ride. Let's just watch for the cars. Okay, we see here on top, that's first gear. That's second. We have good second. It was stuck in high gear. Here we have third gear, upshifted into third. Fourth gear. Now we're going to take it to a bigger street so we can shift all 5 gears. So we make a left here. First, second, and third. Now we're going to make a right. So we're looking at the clutch pressure control valves here, all 2 of them, the command and the actual. The command has to follow the actual. Second gear, this is a 5-speed, even though it's a 2001. Acura is the first one that came out with the 5-speed front wheel drives automatics. That's fourth, and that's 5th gear. So we have confirmed that 2 wires were switched. 1 connector was broke. And this concludes our diagnosis and repair of 2001 Acura 3.2 Type S 5-speed front wheel drive. Like always, subscribe, click on my name on top, and go to my channel, watch the rest of the videos. Enjoy. This is Hiram signing off.